course I remember you. How could I forget? How did I ever forget the masked man who nearly took my life so many years ago? Ha ha! Welcome back, my old friend. Of course I remember you. How could I forget? Why would I use such pen, huh? Bad pen, horrible pen, not going to work. Need something stronger, like this. Like this one, my friend. Goes on a little thicker. Just like the accent. Gotta do it quick, Mask, before it all falls apart. Before somebody accuses me of being insensitive. I'm sorry, my friend, but I've gotta do it. I've gotta do it this time. There's nothing you can do to stop me, bro. Wait, what movie is this? Wait, huh? Wait. If you don't remember, how could you? First of all, how could you not remember? How could you not remember the night that you nearly almost took my life twice in one night? That was the best night of my life. How could you not remember that? First of all, listen to what I'm trying to tell you, Master. I love you. I always have, always will. Every man dies, but not every man gets to, die in the arms of somebody that he loves twice in one night. It was a very vague night. It was a blue moon, so very long ago. Not worth bringing up. But it's making me feel good. Nostalgia. Can't even pronounce the word, but nostalgia is still pretty, prevalent. Let's just say it's in my blood. Mm-hmm. I hope that you're doing tonight as well good as I am, my old friend. I think it's important to remain friends together through the thick and thin. What? I mean, if we can't do that, then really, what good are we? Through the thick and thin, me and my YouTube friends. Yeah, that's right. Through the thick and thin, all of my YouTube friends. Hey, okay, one more time. Through the thick and thin, we're gonna be friends till the bitter end, even if it makes our feet stink. All right, that's just how I like it. Open to interpretation, and I think we all deserve that. I like your new name, by the way. I went looking for that picture and I could not. I changed it and then I couldn't find it anymore. So I'm gonna probably have to find a still from that video because I like that. Actually, I really like that photo too. Um. But when I changed it to ArtClub, I wanted it to like represent one of the characters from that sketch that I did, or the 33 episodic adventure that I made based on the Fight Club. But no, I tried to switch it back and then I couldn't find that photo. I'd erased it or something like that. And so I'm gonna have to find another one. I think that's what you're referring to, maybe. Unless you're referring to that photo of me and that one politician, in which case that was not me. It's photoshopped all the way. Maybe he's just got a little blue down here. Everybody's got a little blue in them. Dear Diary, today I drew Ricky Rat. Ricky Rat carried a big baseball bat, and he would say hello to evildoers with the baseball bat, and he used to make a lot of friends around campus. And that's all. Have a good night. They always say just to write what you know. Well, I know Ricky. And Ricky, he may look like a rat, but he ain't no. I mean, he's a rat, but he ain't no rat. but he's a rat, It's kind of like Master Splinter. You can trust him. He's a rat, but he ain't no rat, kind of thing, And I'm doing this just so future generations understand that Ricky was the one that had their best interests in mind all this time, not the other one, not the mouse. The mouse took their house. Ricky gave them a hickey. That's how I'll help them remember. Hickey Ricky. Have you all had your shots? Yeah, me too. Thank you, Birdie. I trust in Ricky as well. That reminds me, I need to get my passport burned and changed over to the Ricky Foundation. And that reminds me to want to tell you all about that too. For less than a cup of a coffee every month, you could help the Ricky Foundation, and it helps fortunate kids be unfortunate so they can remember what it was like to actually be humans again. And it starts with one simple phone call. For 1-800 a month, you can dial a phone number and call somebody and give them money. Yay! Ricky Rat, follow me into an alley with a bat. He is pretty cool. Oh, Ricky. Hey, Ricky, you're so fine, you're a rat. Let's give him some yellow. I know everybody likes yellow. Just a little bit. Just enough to know it's there. Does everybody know what time it is? If somebody knows, please let me know, because I gotta meet somebody at a certain time, and if I'm late, well, let's just say I'm gonna lose my other foot. Let's finish the drawing. All right, let's not get sappy. Let's artist up and get this shit done. Yeah. Feels good. Yeah. All right, dear diary. Today was cool. So far, so good. Dear diary, today was cool. That's actually a really good introduction. Today was cool. Yeah, kind of like that's. What else is there to say, really? I think, therefore, I am Sam. I am. Yes. And two birds don't make a right. Two birds don't make a right. Two birds. Where do they go left? Do they go straight or something? Two birds don't make a right, but they can go straight, they can go east, and they can go west, and holy shit. I'm just, oh my gosh, this is so deep. Two birds don't make a right. No. They zig. Oh my god. They zig and, oh my god. They zig and they zag. Oh my god. You were here, friends. You were here when this happened. You witnessed this craziness. It was the best. I cannot believe this just happened. A whole universe. Okay. My children, listen. And listen deeply. The diary is us. All right? We're the diary. We got to pour our words in it. I'm just going to draw. I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic. A little off topic. Let's get some more black in these ears. Now what I'm gonna do is just gently add some ziggy zaggy blaggy blacky lines around the ears. And I'm just gonna go back and forth gently, but firmly and sternly, letting it know that I'm there, but not letting it think I'm afraid. Just putting out a neutral vibe. That way, the little ziggy zaggy blacky wacky lines will just kind of blend in, and at the end of the day, maybe hopefully they won't look contrived. That's the hardest thing in art. Is to make it not look contrived. That's how you can tell you really have found like an important artist when you look at it and it's like, yep, nope, that's it. And then you know, take it off the wall and you run out the room with it. Hello, Team Quack. Hello, Passer. Two birds in the glass house as a mile walked in another. Horses water trough down the road. We used to have built-in water troughs in our property. The last ranch I lived on was this ranch outside of Orland, California, on County Road 3. And when I lived there, as you know, while they owned, my parents' stepmom and my dad owned the place, they had put a pool in and changed it all up and all this stuff, um, and out by the front of the road, out by the County Road 3, it was 20 acres, and it was cool as hell to have like that much. It kind of sucked not being able to live in town and be close to friends and stuff, but it was cool when you just wanted to be somewhere like away from everything, because you could scream, and it's the best hide and go seek you'd ever play in your life on 20 acres. We used to play kick the can too, but there's this water trough out front by this water pump, like little shed thing, and it was surrounded by all these, bushes and stuff, because it was like a little, water well essentially, but it was a concrete water trough, and it looked like the sarcophagus that's in like the king's chamber in the Great Pyramid. It looked just like that thing, and it was like sort of like chipped away on one side and stuff. And I remember all the time the horses and during the summer that they would like run from the back end of the field to the front, and just like my dogs would jump in the water trough and drink it and stuff, and I remember there being, oh my god, I hadn't thought about this. I just now remembered, but there were fish in that fucking thing. There were like goldfish and stuff. Because we used to like just look down there and trip on them and stuff, Like somebody had put goldfish in there, and they were like kind of like thriving, because it was super murky water, I guess, too. But I don't know. It was cool. I have good memories, fond memories from out in the country. A lot of my friends were like river rats. Their houses were right on the Sacramento River, and I grew up always fairly close to the Sac, like to the Sac. Um, I to where like even I had dreams. I've had so many dreams like that I'm just being swept away in the night by the Sacramento River, like it's surging, and I'm just have no idea where I'm just going in the water, and going in and out of the water, and crazy dreams. That used to be a very powerful river, and now it's just, I don't know what it's like right now. It's probably doing pretty good right now because it's been raining a lot. I need to go get some water. Does anybody want anything? Does anybody want any tea? There's another Ricky Rat I was working on, and this one is it's a eraser board, so I can like actually like draw little things into it like that, and or even like this. Make those a little bigger. Whatever. I think that's cool, because eraser board or whatever is so impermanent, and you could really just carve out like these really cool lines and do these different things, and accentuate those like the ears even more. I'm just using the top of the pen or the cap, you can just carve it out. and then you can really do something special, and then eventually it's gonna get messed up, but it was fun while it lasted, you know. Somebody's gonna erase it sometime, or it's gonna fall off and kill itself like the Ring of Power is gonna like it's trying to jump on Frodo's finger. This instead will like jump onto some kind of woolen cloth on the floor and rub itself against it like a little pervert. Get the hell out of here, little perv. Go fix me a turkey pot pie. I gotta go get something to drink. I'll get some for everybody. Don't worry. That's what got me talking about the water drop. I was thinking we could all just share the same water drop. Why not? Donkey, 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 dude. That's my song to you. That's my song to you. All right, I'm back. Thank you, everybody. Okay. I promised you all a little drink. So it's coming. It's if there's a knock at your door in the next 5 minutes, it's probably somebody from the Storie Grubb Club, and they're going to be giving you something to drink. So just accept it. It's in a small paper cup. Just accept the drink and throw it right on back. And if you happen to pass out, just don't worry if you wake up in a weird, strange place. We're all here for you. We're all just going to make some art and just have some fun. Oh, it's not a cult. It's a club. All right. Oh, that's clean. That's pure. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Terry, thank you. You're welcome. All right. I was just going to see what this blue pen looked like. It might be really old. But it might be just exactly what I need to finish this thing off. You know, when I was a kid, I believed that Mickey Mouse had all the powers like Indiana Jones, you know, the Temple of Doom or something, you know, that he could just do anything and everything would be okay. But then I grew up and I realized that, well, friends, the enemy was within, and I had to battle the enemy that I had inside of me that was battling me that just happened to look like Mickey Mouse. I couldn't help what the little bugger looked like. So anyways, there I am fighting a little teeny mouse, about this big, and he's winning. And then one day Ricky bursts in the door and he says, "Need a hand?" I'll never forget. Never forget. Some bitch comes in, he just says, "Need a hand?" And he was like sitting there like with a cowboy hat on and everything. I was like, "How? First of all, yes, Rick, thank you. This little mouse is overpowering me." I was just about to die. And then secondly, how did they make a cowboy hat that small for a little rat? I mean, he was just like, "Need a hand?" And I so thought he was gonna say buckaroo, but he didn't. And that's what really surprised me at the whole night. In the end, the rest is history. We've been friends ever since. Um, I wouldn't put it past him to come in here and finish this thing right now, but I don't even think he can hold the pen. But he should sure to take care of that mouse that one night. Oh gosh darn dang. I can't remember exactly what I was talking about just before I left to get some water. If we were talking about the special project, Operation Mauser, it's probably not worth mentioning live on YouTube. We should go off the air first and then come back and talk about it live. We have a lot to discuss. The eagle is in the falcon's nest. If anybody's listening out there, please ring my bell. Ring my bell. Thank you very much. What were we talking about? Just trying to be careful. But you see how like the little circles just sort of fill the whole thing up and give it like a texture, sort of. You can't really see it from where you are. Y'all are just like gods on some like mountaintop looking down on some asshole drawing, and it's more like, we see what you're doing, but it's like, why? That's the thing. It's just like, what What are you doing? And to be honest, everybody, I'm right there with you. Sam, Sam, you are just a ham. You know that much. I think you know that much. You expect it. I mean, I would expect it if I were you, to be called a little ham. Oh God, I just burped. Oh, it's been a day. It's been quite a day. Love 'em or leave 'em. They're fun till the end. Days, that is days. I tell you, the days keep getting better and better. Get a little more purple going in this side. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Should have been the opposite, though. I should have done blue on the bottom and purple on top. But no, I didn't go to art school. Where'd you go? I went to hell. What'd you do there? I found myself. Ew! I know, it was awkward. It didn't make me feel better. Well, no. But it made you laugh. Yeah, it still does. Just like you make me laugh. I mean, I was laughing at you just then, just so you know. Oh, really? Yeah, you're funny. Your voice is really weird. I don't know why you're talking like that. Oh! I don't even know how you got in here. Like, who left the door open? Hey, you shouldn't even be in here, man. Okay. With or without you. Yep. Okay. Quick delivery. Will you be careful out there? Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy or girl. See, I'm just sick. That was just sick. I mean, it was just such an easy one, you know? Special delivery. Is it a boy or a girl? It's a court summons. You have to go to court. You haven't paid child support in 20 years. My neighbors are just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? The walls are so fucking thin. I often wonder about that. I'm out in a garage, but even then, it's like the walls are fucking thin out here. Like, there's no insulation. So people walking by on the street just hear this like maniacal laughter coming. Or sometimes I do the baby cry, and the baby cry is really messed up. It's like, you know, and people hear that and they're just like, what? And then somebody down the street starts lactating. It's just like, it gets overwhelming, the responsibility that I have to endure. But in what I do for the few that dare to watch my channel, I do it for you. Not for me, not for the feds, not for the what else is there besides the feds? I wanted to say FBI, but aren't they the feds too? I was thinking CIA, post delivery drivers. You know, the real badasses. I feel like I've messed this ear up by adding green, but so I have to like really try to go back over it again here. Hopefully when it dries, it looks like something. Because if it looks like nothing, I'm going to be really disappointed. Just so you know, folks, if you're ever trying to make art, just try to impress yourself. It's the best way to go forward, believe me. You can trust me, I'm on the internet. I like to giggle from time to time. My diary. Today was cool. I think, therefore, I am Sam I am. Two birds don't make a right. No. They zig and they zag. I gotta do no, comma. They zig and they zag. Mostly zag. Isn't that the truth? Mostly zag. Little zaggers. Then I was thinking about just adding a little bit of detail, but I don't think this is the right pen for it. I honestly don't. I'm gonna... Here we go. Got it. Yeah, this little prick. I call him Little Prick because, you know, he's a little prick. And then I can go in there and add these fine lines that everybody's been waiting for. I know everybody's been waiting for these lines. Check this out. Bam! Whoo! Oh my God. Look at that. Yep. I don't know either, folks. I don't know how I do it either. But there it is. God willing, there it is. God willing. Doesn't make any sense. Has anything I said made sense? I don't think so. That's the best part of making sense, everybody, is that nothing makes sense. You get to make sense of everything on your own time, in your own time, your own way. That's the beauty of life. The only rules are the ones that you make for yourself. Other than, like, you know, the ones that are kind of smart, like look both ways before you cross the street. Like, that's a good freaking rule. Trust me. But then there's just the absolute freedom of being able to think for yourself. The solitary superpower of truly being able to think for yourself and be who you truly, well, whoever you want to be. That's another part of life that I think is very special and worth fighting for. Dare I say, worth living for? I almost did that laugh again, but I held back. I didn't want to scare anybody. But I can do a baby laugh, like a little, like little toddler child, like giggling, like maybe something like that, you know? If that's creepy, I am sorry, but that's how I get through the day. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. I think this one's coming out kind of cool. What, me worry? I made a friend on the net today. My friend smelled like gumshoe powder. From the same very region of France where my other brother from a mother's gutter was born in the dark unto the clapping, unending darkness of the earth's demise. I had the most wonderful dream. It was just the most wonderful dream. If anybody has something to drink, drink it now. Because I want you to be safe. I want you to be healthy. My children, I need you to be strong because what's coming, there's a storm coming, children, and we've got it. Just drink your water. It's in a little paper cup right next to your bed. There you go. This is my art book. I don't know if you knew that or not, but we can go through it if you want. I've been working on this. At first, it was just a prop for one of my sketches, and then it slowly just started getting crazier and crazier. This page really messes with my brain. It really gets me like, okay, yeah, but then it does start getting kind of weird. This is like a weird little sticker thing or something. I don't even know. Berenstein's bears. And then I would write sketches in this, but then I just started cutting out drawings and putting them in here. And it's just this crazy book of weird stuff. Paul Funyan and Fabe the Minotaur. I don't know if you're familiar with who the Minotaur is, but I am. Never trust anybody who begins a sentence with the word never. That's the truth. Happy birthday, you shitty fuck. Go eat an onion, you goofy chud. Oh, I love you. Know your enemy. Know your enemy. It's a rule to live by. I like that drawing too. I think I drew that in Portland. I like this one. Icky. More icky ouch stuff. You're not your thoughts. You are what you eat. You are food. This is a actual Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox in the redwoods in Northern California, and I had fond memories. I mean, I became obsessed with Paul Bunyan and Babe years later, like in my mid 20s, kind of, because I had memories of being at this monument thing when I was a kid, like 4 or 5 years old, and you can stand underneath it, and it has like balls and stuff. But then there's this huge Paul Bunyan there too, and it was just, as a kid, to be able to see this like giant there. It was just very. It's something that stuck with me. I think a lot of these are just doodles. Probably I did live too, like during the summer and stuff. I mean, there's nothing like super great in here. It's just weird, stupid Dear Diary stuff. Dear Diary, Doe Diary, a female diary. Why, why does the sky blue and water wet? Where is Kentucky? I like that drawing actually. It's kind of cool. Oh, we're getting close. But I don't know. It's just fun to have these like props, because eventually I am gonna start doing videos again. I've just been like exhausted doing the mural, and I'm getting towards the end of that, and it's just been kind of a rough time. I'm trying to do so much, and I just there's a thing that happens when you try to do so much. You just end up freezing, and you just can't do anything. But you just got to stay focused and stay positive and stay silly. You know, don't let don't let the bad get in there and sink its teeth in there. It's just been trying to just remember that people are just people, and it's so hard. There certainly is trying times, and but I think this is going to be a wonderful year. It's already just I was just thinking about how lucky I am. I fret about things that I have no control of, anyways, and don't realize how good I got it when I got it so good. You know, I've had it much worse, and right now it's just, yeah, just a very beautiful part of California, and I have a good job, and people bring their pets in where I work. I get to meet people's pets, and people are cool. I get to see the ocean almost every day and talk to it, like talking to God. So I get to talk to God like every day and make art and meet new friends all over the world on YouTube all the time from going live, and whether they like me or not, I get to meet them, you know. It's just such a trippy world, such a trippy path. Life is full of all these little obstacle courses and caveats, and but then there's also just so many distractions, and I think the distractions are I've the best thing I could have done was get off of Facebook and Instagram. I swear to God, that's like I can't believe I did it. And I haven't been on there in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, and like I just got rid of Messenger like yesterday, so I don't even want to be connected to that anymore at all. It never did anything for me except make me feel bad about myself and place blame where it didn't need to be, like on others and stuff. And it was just like, that's ridiculous. I don't want to live like that. I want to go live like it's the 90s again and not have to have all these stupid fucking sites, and so I'm going to. And I'm going to keep YouTube because I love YouTube. And like I've said before, Passer and my new friends on here and stuff, it's like I've through this crazy. This is like one of the craziest years of my life. The last 9 months have been the craziest years or months of my life. Uh, you know, Contenders, and people on here have been complete strangers. Have been nicer to me than my own siblings have, or even like reached out to me or asked me how I'm doing, and or just followed me and supported me and like always have positive things to say and stuff, more than my own fucking siblings. Like they don't even. I would say in the last 9 months, I've only talked to one of my sisters once. That's it, and for like a couple hours. And none of my other siblings talk to me. I have a lot of siblings too. I know a lot of that is because of me, because I could reach out too. But woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, blah blah blah. Maybe I'm working up to doing that, but at the same time, I'm kind of realizing that it's easier just to like, if I'm gonna be an artist, just to forget, not forget people, but let go, let go of people who don't want to be a part of your life either. Because it does work both ways. It does work both ways, and I totally get it. And it's not like I just keep always. I guess I have these expectations that somehow it's gonna be how it used to be once, where we're all gonna be sitting around a big table playing board games together and laughing and eating Papa Murphy's pizza and getting like playing board games and getting ready to watch a few movies we rented from Blockbuster. It's like that fucking shit's gone. That's never. I'm never gonna. We're never gonna be that again. You know, we're never gonna all be in the same place like that again, ever, ever again. And you know, that's just how life is. You know, people come and go too. I don't know where I got off on this tangent, but it's just that what I've been doing lately, all because you know, besides the people on here being cool and stuff, you know, I don't have friends here, so I don't. I whenever I say I go to the ocean or something or do anything, I'm by myself. Nope, just always by myself, and it's there's no better way to get to know yourself than going through one of the biggest changes of your life and doing it alone, going through it alone. Besides, you know, I have my mom and my aunt, you know, but it's just it's just been a really interesting time. Plus, apparently there's a war on people like me, so it's just I just don't, which is just so so fucking weird. Like I'm finally discovering this thing about myself, and then there's like a war. I just like it's like I just walked into a fucking minefield, and then people are trying to tell you know, you see all sorts of stupid shit. Everybody on all sides say stupid shit. I don't even. I got off of social media because I can't stand either side saying stuff. It's just echo chambers, and the echo chambers are the most annoying thing ever. Like I said, the best thing you can do in this world, the best thing you can do in this life is think for yourself, and you think for yourself by going out and experiencing life and people in there out in the world, not online. That's not real life. You know, and I'm not going to be told who to hate, and I'm not going to be told who to just blindly follow either. You know, um, I never have been like that and never will be. So you know, I think the true purest form or whatever of freedom that these people that people that claim to be all about freedom, you know, or whatever, it's like the freedom to take other people's, you know, pain. Just you know what I'm getting at. It's just an endless stupid cycle. I don't want to play that game anymore. Never did. What a wild world, though. What a wild world. I think Talking Heads said that best or something. Wild, wild life, man. Yeah. Well, and you could, and getting back to missing stuff, missing like that those memories and stuff. That's I feel like that's what I've been trying to do as well, is create new ones, and going out to the ocean and going to these new spots and just discovering places around here, or rediscovering them from when I was like in my early 20s, when I would come down here. I actually lived down here when I was 20. But I had bad memories because of who I was with back then. So it's cool to be able to go back to these places that I still find like utterly beautiful and fascinating and just gorgeous. I mean, the area around here is just so beautiful, and it's been really cool just to discover things and make it make your own, make like you, pastor, you have kids and stuff, right? So you get to make, you get to do that for your kids. You get to make those memories for your kids. And you get to live vicariously or whatever through them, and with them as they're making those memories. And you're open to it, so you'll 10 years down the road, you'll be like, these moments now will be these fond memories 10 years from now that keep you going and keep you, oh yeah, those wasn't that freaking great, wasn't that, oh, remember that one. And I think it's important to like realize that those moments are happening all around us, and I'm talking about myself. I'm the biggest one that doesn't realize like the forest for the trees kind of stuff. Like I just get, I'm so far in the future trying to like be, for the longest time I was trying to just get discovered or like noticed by labels or some kind of, art something or whatever, something or other. And I just wasn't realizing that I'd already sort of succeeded. I've already accomplished a lot. But I'm super ambitious too, and I work hard because I still want that, but at the same time, I've sort of let go of the fact that I need that. I don't need to be on a label anymore. I don't need to be a famous artist or something like that. I want to sell my work and get it out into the world because I want to make a living at it, because I want it to be my job, but I don't need it. I have a good life. And it's like weird to even say that out loud, but I do. And I just have a lot to sort out, just like everybody. And that's the beauty of it. And that's why it's so cool when random people just come out of nowhere and they're just cool to you in a time when you need it the most. And I would say there's something synchronicious about that. Is that a word? Synchronicious. Sounds delicious. I'm just starting to see the magic in life again, and it's really making me happy. I also sort of stood up for myself today as an artist about something that I was working on for somebody, and they were very, very receptive and super cool about it. But it took a lot for me just to bring up some concerns that I was having. But I did, and I vented, and it felt good just to like communicate how I was feeling to somebody in a, you know, from a businessy sort of like, but from a, you know, artistic point of view. And I felt like that was a huge milestone for me because I avoid conflict at any cost. And I'll like hold on to this seething anger for people or things that I assume are gonna happen, or maybe I think that are happening, or they think about me or something. And so I'll think up all this stuff and be all angry at these people when they're not even thinking about that at all. I do these weird mental gymnastics, and today I even told this person, I was like, I'm just happy. I was like, I was I was letting it fester, and then I was just like, nope, gotta talk about this. This is ridiculous. Like, I just gotta talk about it. And I feel like I don't know, I feel a lot better. I'm not really good at communicating. I like to talk, but I'm not good at communicating. There's a difference. At any rate, yeah, there you go. I like that. My best memories are the ones I'm still making. Yeah, and it's really cool being able to just really look at things. I mean, it happens with age too, I think. But when I lived here in my 20s, I just turned 21, I think, actually, when I moved down here. And I lived down here for like 6 months before I moved back up to Oregon. And I was just a stupid kid that wanted to drink every night and smoke cigarettes with my friends and stuff. And didn't, we made it out to the ocean maybe like once or twice and stuff. And I loved it, but it wasn't like how it is now. And I just took this whole area for granted. Yeah, I thought it was pretty and all that, but I'm older now and I just look at this area a lot differently. And I see, I don't know, lately just these ginormous feelings have been coming out of me where I just feel more connected to the earth than ever. And like the unseen, I know it sounds silly, but like kind of like the unseen forces that surround us all the time that are zipping and zapping around our brains and through our brains and our bodies all the time. And in the food we eat and the water we drink and even the music that we listen to, it can put us in it. I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot more than usual, maybe. I don't know, but more in tune with something that I've always subconsciously been in tune with, but now I'm trying to really. It's like you're trying to like halter a wild, stallion or something. Wild stallions. um, but you can tap into something, but it's like you can tap into it, but you can't. There's few that have gone full tap, and their brains just the greats out there. Because I think all artists and all creatives can just tap into this creative juice, this cosmic juice that's just sitting there, waiting to be tapped into. And lately, I've just been feeling it more and more everywhere, to where you can almost control situations before they happen. Like you can anticipate things before they happen. I was saying this the other week too about birds like that were flying in front of my car when I was driving, and how I think birds can do the same thing. Well, they have like magnetic brains and everything too, or whatever. They respond to the magnetic fields and stuff. And that's how they can tell which way they're going and yada yada. But um, there's also the other day when it happened like 3 or 4 times when I was driving where these birds like were kamikazing my car, and it was like in completely different areas and different times of the day too. And it was almost like I knew it was going to happen before it happened, and as it was happening, it's like you can stop. It's almost like, and I always bring up the Matrix, but it's the only thing. It reminds me of it because it was like bullet time, and it's just like I could see the freaking bird, and it was just a flash of a fucking second where I saw this bird, but I stopped time and I could like see the little bastard. And I knew he wasn't. He came so close to hitting my car, but I knew he wasn't going to hit my car because it had already happened, and he already missed my car. And I don't know how to explain it better than that, but it was like I knew it had already just happened, and he was fine. So when he dodged it the second time in real time, it was it didn't happen, and I wasn't surprised, and I wasn't like, oh, like I didn't like react to it in a negative way. I was like, oh yeah, he already missed it. It's like the weirdest thing, and it happened like 3 or 4 times in the same day. And I don't know what the hell that means. If it, I don't think it means anything. Nothing means anything at the end of the day. But I just thought that was kind of interesting, and it's fun to kind of experiment with, and to you can't go overboard sometimes, but you can. It's just like I was saying about lucid dreaming. I feel like you can sort of do the same thing in reality that you do in lucid dreaming. Once you realize you're dreaming, control your you can control your environment, or you can be other people. I think it's just kind of interesting. Hmm. seen it how it has been taken by time. Well, and then too, it's like, yeah, time. I mean, I feel like I've always sort of been able to do that thing too, but like I said, like I've always been able to, and I'm not saying like me, like I'm not trying to sound like I'm the only one. I just can't really describe I can't articulate it. But I know I'm not the only one that deals with that experiences these kinds of things. It's just hard. I wish I could just describe it better because it's like trying to describe a dream as you're waking up. It's just it. The second you try to describe what you're seeing or going through, it just slips away. The faster it slips away. But the feeling to me is there, and it's a very powerful like. There's a force other than other than myself, or it's the juice is going through different humans, so it's creating different art because it's going through different lenses. That's where it creates like fractals, and we're the fractals. We're the little droplets or the little snowflakes that come out, and we create all these weird little versions from the same source. And that's what I think is so interesting too, and fascinating because some of us dip into it a little bit, and some of us don't even. Some go all the way, some go halfway, some don't even know it's there, or they see people that are dipping in the cosmic juice, and they think they're crazy. It's like the Plato's cave, thing, and it really is just a trip because it's very true. I mean, people like to think that if like a deity came back these days and was like, "I'm here to save y'all," like they would think that like they would all be happy to see him and shit, but they would probably try to fucking kill the person just like they do every time because people don't really believe what they say they believe. First of all, scared of their own shadows, and that's boom right back to Plato's cave right there. That's again why that's the best thing you can ever do for yourself and the people around you is just think for yourself. And the best way to do that, I think, is to just get to know other people, all sorts of different people. Because oh, I found those glasses. I guess I could just take another photo. Because like I like to think that we're all just like different versions of ourselves. Somebody was saying, like this Buddhist was saying, that he tries to meet people. When he meets people, he tries to just think of everybody as a version of Buddha, and everybody's just their own little versions of their own little mythologies wrapped up in their own little world, and no matter old, no matter young, and it is weird just when you start looking at the world and the other people that are in it as if they are your family, extended, of course. Here's one of them now. Hear that? That's one of it's the loudest truck. I always hear people out like running out in the street like shut the fuck up like yelling at him and stuff. It's funny. But I don't know. Life's a trip, and it's been an honor, like I said, to be able to share the stage with some freaking cool people and random strangers, and to be on the planet at the same time as so many fucking cool people. What a trip. When you could be born at any other time in human history. But that's the thing too, I think we come back so in one way or another. I'm gonna go now. I hope you all have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Let me see. Oh yeah. I still have dreams about my childhood homes that I grew up in and stuff. Those places, homes are feel like when you're, looking back on some of my places that I've lived in, like they are these living, breathing entities, in their own right. They're the whale, that Jonah was in or whatever, for 3 days. I guess the big fish wasn't a whale. Um, the big mammal we dwell are dwelling. Anyways, hope everybody has a good night, and thanks for chilling. Appreciate it. Later, Pastor.